Hey guys, I'm Steph and welcome to my beauty stash, or welcome back all of you returning viewers. Happy to have everybody here. For those of you that are new, it's your first time here on my channel, be sure to click that subscribe button before you go and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Today is the final video in this series of 4 featuring the new Glamlite Happy Hour collection. Up in it today is the Margarita palette. Now, all 4 eyeshadow palettes, they come in this little plastic bottle that you could very well use as a display piece. That's what I might be doing in my beauty room, or maybe you'll see a couple bottles or 2 behind me. And then when you lift up the lid, you have the palette inside. So this palette, and if you buy it on its own, it retails for $35, as do all of the palettes. This palette contains 15 different shades, and I would say this is the most colorful palette of the bunch. This is definitely spring and summertime, having a great time in the sun, at the beach, drinking a margarita. I just love all of the beautiful shades in this palette. Now, towards the end of the video, I will wrap up and show you guys all of the products that came in the Happy Hour collection. And I will also give you some comparisons to other palettes that are similar to this Margarita palette. And we'll just wrap up this mini series that I did here on my channel featuring all 4 eyeshadow palettes, as well as other items that I picked up in the collection. As far as I know, the entire collection is still available on the Glamlite website. Now, you can buy most of the things individually. The eyeshadow palettes retail for $35. There were 2 highlighters that came in the collection, which you can purchase individually. Since I bought the entire collection, obviously I got everything. The highlighter I'm wearing today is Mimosa, and this is the highlighter that I was also wearing in the Dirty Martini video. This is the one I would say is best suited for more medium to deeper skin tones. It is a very pretty gold highlighter, and I think I made it work, but I do prefer the Pina Colada one just with my fair to light skin tone. I think that worked a little bit better for me, but here they both are so that you can see what they look like. Really nice. There's no glitter particles or anything. It's really very smooth, and it's definitely a blinding highlight. Now, in the Happy Hour collection, there was a lip set that contained 5 glosses and or matte liquid lipsticks. The 2 that I'm wearing today, I'm wearing a liquid lipstick, which is this one right here. This one is in the shade Rum. Very pretty neutral shade. And then I'm wearing the clear gloss, which is this one right here. This one is in the shade Vodka. Now, I will insert swatches of the Margarita palette before I start creating the 2 looks for you guys. Those swatches will be done both indoors and outdoors so that you can see what the shades are going to look like on a fair to light skin tone. And I am just anxious to dive into this palette. If you guys want to see the new Margarita palette from Glamlite Cosmetics in action, keep on watching. I've already primed my eyelids using the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer in the shade 1. I do have the Glamlite Cosmetics eyeshadow primer, and I use the shade Classic Vanilla in that one. I just don't have it with me, but that is a nice one to check out, especially if you're going to be picking up any of the eyeshadows that are in this collection. And as always, guys, I will have everything that I'm using, both on and off camera, linked in the description box of this video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up purchasing, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Alright guys, let's dive into this colorful beauty right here. You all know that this area over here is really calling my name, but I think I'll leave that maybe for the second look. I want to work with the pink shades. I've been feeling like doing something pink, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by blending this shade in the crease, And then I'm going to build up the crease with this shade right here. And I'm taking that shade Tamarind on a BK Beauty A503. And I'm just going to be blending this into the crease to give us a nice base for the rest of the look. Now I'm going in with the shade Watermelon on a BK A501. And I'm just going to be stamping this in the crease just to really brighten it up. And then I will work on blending in a bit. Now I'm just lightly going to be blending the edges right here. Very light pressure. Going back in with that first brush that had the shade Tamarind on it. No additional product, just very lightly. Now, let's see. Now I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in with Strawberry right here, and that's what I'm going to use to just deepen up the outer corner and the crease. And I'm taking Strawberry on a BK A502. These three brushes that I've been using are part of the BK Beauty and Angie Hot and Flashy collection, which you guys know I've been loving. I've been using them in all 4 of these videos and the ones from before. Ever since I bought them, I've just really been enjoying them. Like, no joke, this is definitely what BK Beauty needed. It needed these style of brushes. And they're smaller brushes, so they really let you do that detailed work. And if you have hooded eyes, then these are definitely something you want to check out. 5 eyeshadow brushes and 2 face brushes, which I used a concealer brush today. That concealer brush is really good. Okay, so we got a nice little blend. I'm just gonna lightly feather it out, very lightly. Now with that same brush, I'm just gonna clean it off a little bit. I'm gonna go back in with Watermelon. Just kind of add it above Strawberry. All right, now let's do a shimmer shade. I think I'm gonna do maybe a combination of, well, do I want to keep it all monochromatic? Fresh Pineapple shade looks so pretty too. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do Pink Lemonade, and then I'm gonna apply Presidente in the center. So I'm picking up Pink Lemonade on a BK A505. And I'm gonna apply that all over the lid. I did spray the brush. Picking up a little bit of Watermelon just to blend right here. Okay, now what I'm gonna do with the same brush, actually no, I'm gonna go in with my finger. I'm gonna pick up Presidente and just apply it right here. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, now let's move on to the lower lash line. We'll do the inner corner in a second. For the lower lash line, I think I'm gonna do a combination of these 2 shades right here. So I'm gonna do Terramint first, and then I'm gonna go in with Blood Orange. And I'm using a BK 207, yeah, 207 to apply this. I'm gonna be bringing this down some as well. Okay, just something like that. Now with this little BH pencil brush, I'm gonna pick up Blood Orange. Just focus that closer to the lash line. Picking up a little bit of Strawberry, which was that red shade. Just gonna add it right here. Make sure I connect this little area that I always seem to miss. Now for the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with a Fresh Pineapple on that same BH Cosmetics pencil brush. I did spray the brush. I'm gonna add a little bit more Presidente right in here. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of the shade Strawberry and I'm gonna use it just out here. Let me add some liner, and I don't know if I'm gonna do lashes, but I'll be right back to show you guys the completed look number 1 with the Margarita palette. All right, guys, so this is the look number 1 with the Margarita palette. I keep wanting to call it Strawberry Margarita palette because look, it has a strawberry. Why isn't it called Strawberry Margarita? Anyway, I added lashes, House of Lashes in the style Juliette. They were here in front of me, and I think I've been using them in most of the videos, so I thought, well, why not? Let me just finish off these looks wearing some lashes. I don't wear lashes very often, so just wanted to wear them today. I added, of course, Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Liquid Liner to the top lash line, and to the lower waterline, I went in with this one from ColourPop. It is their cream gel liner in the shade, what shade is this? Toucan Do It. This is from that trio of liners from the Plush Like Me collection, or Plush Life or Plush Like Me collection that was released in the summer. I'll have it linked, but I don't know if it's in stock, so you might just want to sign up for the email notification when it comes back, but it will be linked in case you want to check it out. I like the way the look came out. I didn't have any issues with these shades. I like this pop of gold in the inner corner, and this like blue that kind of looks a little bit silver on the center of the lid. Really cool, really, really nice. Let's jump over to the left eye and start creating look number 2. All right, now for look number 2, definitely want to use the blues and the greens. So I think I'm going to do a combination of these 2 shades in the crease. And I think I'm going to start first with Melon, and then that's going to be on like the inner half, and then the outer half I'm going to go in with on the rim. So I'm picking up Melon on a Sigma E25 Max, and I'm going to place that here. Okay, same brush, I'm just gonna flip it around, and now I'm going in with on the rim. Okay, those are good shades. They're packing on really well. Going in with Melon again. Now I'm going to be going in with Blue Caraco right here. Let me try applying that with my finger, and I'm going to focus that out here. Well, that's pretty. Okay, I'm gonna use a brush. I'm using a damp Refer 21 for Blue Caraco out here. Same brush, I'm just gonna clean it off. Now I'm gonna go in with Spicy Jalapeno. I'm gonna spray that shade. That's gonna go here in the center. Now I'm going to go in with Presidente, which was the shade that I used over here. Same brush, I'm just cleaning and then spraying it. Now I'm going to take that brush that I was using for those pastel mattes, and I'm lightly going to blend out the edge here. Picking up a little bit of Blue Caraco with this other type of brush. This is a BK 207. Okay, now for the lower lash line, let's see. I'm gonna try Tasty Mango right here. I love a yellow shade like that. Let's see how that's gonna look. I'm gonna go in, clean off that BK 207. And that's what I'm going to use to apply it. I like that shade a lot. Pick up a little bit of on the rim right here for this little spot. Okay, I'm actually gonna go in, let's see, I'm gonna add a little bit more of on the rim up here as well. And then I'm gonna go in with Melon. Now, I feel like I need to do something else. I think I'm gonna go in with Shot Time. I'm gonna use that to deepen up the lower lash line. And I'm gonna go in with the same BK207. Just keep it close. Now, this is definitely a beach vacation. This weekend would have been a great weekend for me to go to the beach if I didn't have all these videos to film, right? But we've had such beautiful weather. It's a beautiful day outside. A little breezy, but this palette is definitely matches the weather we're having here in South Texas. All right, now for the inner corner. For the inner corner, I guess I'm gonna go in Fresh Pineapple again. And I'm taking that on a damp Rephr 03. Let's drag this down a bit too. All right, guys, let me add the other lash and some liner, and I'll be right back to show you this look number 2. All right, guys, so this is the second and final look using the Margarita palette. What do you guys think? A very pastel, very tropical moment going on up here. I kept the lower lash line kind of the same because I went in with the ColourPop cream gel liner that I used over here. It's the shade Toucan Do It. Same Wet n Wild breakup proof liner at the top, and of course the other Juliette lash from House of Lashes. I really like this. Very beach, very tropical, just beach vacation. Who doesn't wish they could be on one right now, right? So let me wrap up today's video, give you my final thoughts and some alternatives for this Margarita palette, as well as just finalize this whole 4-part mini series featuring the Happy Hour collection from Glamlite. All right, guys, so wrapping up today's video, the Margarita palette. What are we thinking about this one? I enjoyed working with it. I didn't have any issues when working with this palette. I love all of the shades that are in here. This is definitely your spring, your summer go-to shades, just the forever beach vacation, the vacation we never want to end because that means we have to come back to reality. But I love this. These are definitely colors that I love to play with. I love working with. I love applying them. And I'm really happy with the way these two looks came out. Again, no issues. There's a little bit of kick up in the pan, a little bit of fallout with the shimmers, but that has been amongst all 4 palettes. It's not just this one. I think the color story is really nice. I probably could have used maybe one deeper shade. This shade Strawberry is the deepest shade in the palette, but I wouldn't have minded maybe a deep green or a deep blue included in here as well. But other than that, no complaints. I think it's a pretty solid palette. Now, as far as like alternatives for the Margarita palette, one palette specifically popped into my mind when I saw this color story right here, and that is the Malibu Barbie palette from ColourPop. So this is Malibu Barbie, and this is Margarita. Almost identical, right? There are 20 shades. Yeah, I'm looking at it. There are 20 shades in both palettes. There you go. So definitely, guys, if you already have Malibu Barbie, I would skip out on the Margarita palette. Or maybe you didn't get Malibu Barbie, then go directly for the Margarita palette. If you ask me which formula is better, hands down, it's going to be Glamlite. This one is $35, and I wanna say the Malibu Barbie is around $22. I believe this one is still in stock as well. It might even be available at Ulta. I know at one point the entire Barbie collection had gone to Ulta. Don't recall if it's still there. If it is, I'll have it linked to both places. But yeah, guys, like, almost identical color stories here, but definitely the mattes and shimmers are better in the Glamlite. And then another palette that I wanted to pull out was also from Glamlite, and this is their Ice Cream palette. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Ice Cream Dream eyeshadow palette. And this is a pastel palette, and you can obviously see why I'm pulling it out, because this Margarita palette definitely has some of those pastel shades. And I kind of angle them like this, that way the light, you can really see it, because if the light directly reflects on it, then yeah, it kind of drowns out the shades. But there you can see they're definitely similar. So I think if you have this one, you might not feel the need to pick up Margarita, or maybe you want them both like me. I don't know. I have a nice little Glamlite display going on my beauty room shelves. I just think the packaging on them is just so special. As for the other 3 palettes in the collection, they go without saying, guys. I had such a fun time creating these 4 videos for you guys, and I hope you found them helpful. I hope you were able to get a couple ideas and maybe help you decide which palettes to buy or which palettes to skip out on. Dirty Martini right here. This was the first palette that I did. This is the green eyeshadow palette. This was beautiful. You guys know I love green eyeshadow, and I don't think I mentioned any alternatives for this palette, and there is one specifically that while I was using the palette, it popped into my mind, but I just forgot to mention it. So the palette that I was thinking of was this one right here from BH Cosmetics. This is the Peridot palette for the month of August. And then here is the Glamlite Dirty Martini palette. This one is $9, and I believe it is in stock right now on the BH Cosmetics website. And then of course this one is $35. You do get a pressed glitter in this one. There are no pressed glitters in any of these Glamlite palettes. Now I also pulled out the BH Cosmetics Emerald palette as well. This is a nice palette. I was just expecting something a little different for the Emerald palette, but as you can see, these are also similar, although I do feel Peridot is a little better of a dupe for the Dirty Martini. But if you have this Emerald palette from BH Cosmetics and you want to pick up the Dirty Martini palette, you can see that they would make wonderful complements for each other. The second palette I used was the Chocolate Martini palette, and this one caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting to enjoy this palette as much as I did, just because it's a neutral color story. You guys know, obviously, I love playing with colorful makeup, but this shade right here, this shade is called Happy Hour. That was the perfect shade to include in this palette. I don't think I would have enjoyed this palette as much if it didn't have that shade right there. It just adds something totally different to the entire color scheme, as well as this one here, All Night. I liked seeing those 2 shades in this neutral palette. Really nice palette. If you want something that's neutral, but something that you can still play around with, have a little bit of fun with, this might be a good one to check out. The third palette I used was the Wine palette, the one you saw this morning, hopefully. This is a beautiful purple tone palette, and I love that the tones are different. You get cool tone purples, you get warm tone purples, you get reddish purple shades, and you get more bluish purple shades in this one. That's what I particularly loved about working with this palette. And I believe the 2 looks I created, one was more cool and one was more warm. And I did it by using the shades that are in here. I thought the shimmer shades were perfect. I love seeing this gold shade thrown in there as well. And some of these shimmer shades, they do have a little bit of a shift to them to where they look kind of purple, blue, and pink. And I love that. This was a nice little palette. Again, maybe an alternative to picking up the Moonspell Volume 2 palette from Lunar Beauty. I know several of you are kind of having mixed reviews, mixed thoughts about that one. And then lastly was the Margarita palette, which you just saw me create 2 looks on. The lip set, and I have them all right here. You get 2 glosses and 3 liquid lipsticks. The shade I'm wearing right now is Rum, and I just had lunch. I kind of took a break from filming, and I was wearing the Vodka lip gloss, but I didn't reapply it after lunch, but I was wearing this one at the beginning of the video and throughout the video. But these are really cute. The packaging looks like a little wine bottle, a little liquor bottle there, and I just thought it was a nice touch. I like all the shades. All the shades are very complimentary to just about any look that you can create straight amongst the 4 palettes. And then of course were the 2 highlighters. The highlighter I'm wearing today is the Mimosa highlighter, which is this gold beauty right here. And then we have the Pina Colada highlighter, which is this one right here. It's more of a pale gold into silver. So if you do end up picking up the whole collection, these of course will be included, but you can buy these individually as well. All right, guys, so that wraps up the Glamlite Happy Hour collection. The entire collection is getting 2 thumbs up from me. Way to go, Glamlite. I had so much fun trying out these 4 different palettes along with the lip set and, of course, the highlighters. It was just a fun collection to play with, and I'm going to be very happy to display it maybe back here and also in my beauty room. But now I want to hear from you. What did you think of the entire Happy Hour collection? What pieces caught your eye? What have you already ordered? What's on its way to you? I know a lot of you are anxiously awaiting the arrival of your palettes, maybe the whole collection, or what did you finally make up your mind on? Are you gonna get something or you're gonna pass altogether? Leave it in the comments down below. And I wanna say thank you so much for all the love and support that you've shown to me these last 4 videos. It really means a lot that you guys enjoyed this little mini series of the Glamlite Happy Hour collection. And welcome to all of my new subscribers. So very happy that you found me, that you're here in my stash. Lots of content to watch, guys, and I have a lot more videos coming up. We're getting ready for the holiday season, and I just can't wait. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. I'm actually drinking iced tea today, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.